Hey guys, Ammo here doing a quick playthrough of the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Playing this game because I found it. It was just in my Steam library. I didn't even realize I had it. I didn't even know what it was. I opened it up, look at it. I'm like, this is a cool game. How did I not even know about this? So Warlock of Firetop Mountain is a adventure, indie adventure action game released, I think, late 2016, but based on a game from what the 80s, like an 80s board game. Steve Jackson. Based on one of Steve Jackson's game, the infamous Steve Jackson, a game designer, British game designer. And it just was in my library. I guess it must have came in a bundle or something, and I never looked at it. And I looked at it, I thought, alright, it's a really cool game. I guess I'll do first slot. It's just the games I have. It's like I have a couple more recommendations to get through, but those can be pushed back second slot, so I get room in there. But I just want to take a look at this game. So let's take a look at the Warlock of Firetop. Man, I don't think I'll do a 100% run, but I at least want to get through the story once. Can I continue? Yes. Welcome back, player. Let me begin a new journey. So he has this really great, like, D&D tabletop, these little figurines to choose. And each of these guys have their own abilities. I'm not really sure, because I played this game pretty blind. So let's take the guy with the spear, because I like spears. And then we'll get into the combat. Ooh. Poisons. Interesting. Yes. Erase their playthrough. You've chosen lead kid if you like, you may blah blah blah. No, travel. I did the tutorial already. It's an adventure game. The combat's a little puzzle-like. We'll see soon enough. Rest of the base of the Firetop Mountain from your 2-day hike. Strange advantageous special class peak like a blood-red stain. The journey is taking you further away from the fishing village of Akkad, but your lust for magic, history, and art has led you to Zagor's lair. Research rumors has brought you here due to the promise of unique magical treasures. You mainly seek the amulet of Ashra, a powerful artifact that offers protection and good fortune to those who keep memory of the old gods. The amulet was prized by one known as Kulsben Miniman, a master of fire elementals, when he used the magical ruby set in the jewel for his evil arcane axe, trapped to the mountain where he is down the service of an evil warlock. Although warned by Anvil's villagers, you fear not the threats of the warlock's creatures and traps as he confidently approaches the cave entrance. Level your spear, ready for an encounter. Your adventure starts here. Peer into the gloom. It's set up in this beautiful fashion of like a miniatures terrain playset. You see dark slimy walls of pools of water and stone floor. Front air is cool and dank, super dank. Hearing fate scurrying to the east, you light your lantern. Dampness, this place reminds me of home, still I can almost smell the magic in the air. Gods protect me and search my prized amulet. Step warily into the blackness. Approach the fork ahead. After a few yards, arrive at a junction. Alright, there's a monster here. So orc. And you get some combat. Turn west. A little way along the passageway, you come to what is clearly a sentry post. He's sleeping. Like how you click on it, it comes colored and uncolored. That's cute. Kind of probably necessary, but kind of cute. You approach cautiously, an orc in leather armor asleep at his post. If all the orcs I met are asleep, the aim is as good as mine. Carefully approach the sleeping orc. There's no way through the orc than straight in front of you. You can try to sneak past, perhaps a direct approach might be better. Do I tiptoe or wake the orc? I'm not actually sure how good I am at sneaking and such. I feel like trying to sneak past. Tiptoe past it, your dexterity allows you to pass easily. Oh, I'm dexterous enough to do it without no problem. Passageway begins to wind until you enter a cave, however blocking the cave's exit are two of the ugliest creatures you have ever seen. Proportions of dogs, but their hide is rough and scaly. Each piece is chained to the wall. The two orc hounds begin to snarl, straining their chains. They cannot reach you, but their chains long enough that you should approach you will not be able to escape their jaws. I'm not a big fan of dogs, or hounds especially. You gotta deal with them quickly, one way or another before they attract the attention of an orc patrol. Distract the hounds with food, draw your weapon, and do what has to be done. I think provisions are a thing. How many provisions do I have? Provisions 5. I'm not sure how many that is. Let's try to distract them with some food. Portion of provisions, joint of meat, fight them instead. Fighting two giant dogs seems scary. Let's throw a proportion of provisions. Fire the food and take the choicest pieces. As taking a second, you quickly cross between them. One of the orc hounds gobbles down food more quickly than the other, and you pass by it, lunges at you, catching your calf with a vicious tusk. -1 stamina. Continue onward. They took one of our stamina down. Leaving the cave as quick as you can, you follow a new passageway as it turns north. Set against walls, a wooden bench where you may rest. Advice on the bench without Lunica Academy would not be able to resurrect in case she perish. Let's sit and rest. Sit down and rest. Your muscle easy tiredness away, and it's good to take a break in your adventures. Stamina has regained. I assume if I need extra stamina, I consume provisions or something. To your left is a door. Rasping sound. Maybe some sort of creature's annoying. Sure. See what's in the door then. The door opens, reveals a small, smelly room. In the center room is a rickety wooden table which stands lit candle. Underneath the table is a small wooden box. Asleep on a straw mattress, groaning in the far corner room is a green-skinned orc. He's a stocky creature with an ugly, warty face. He must be on the guard at night watch. Oh, that one box contains interesting trinkets. Is it worth the risk? Yeah, let's try. Psh. Try to steal the box. You begin to creep into the sleeping orc's room. Test your luck. Ooh, dice rolls. 8. Success. You need a score of 10 or under and rolled an 8. You take the box and creep out of the room. With the box in hand, you leave the room and open the box, bash it inside to find 4 pieces of gold and a small mouse, which must have been the creature's pet. You release the mouse, which scurries off down the passageway. I took his pet, though. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Follow passageway. Got 4 gold and whatever that's for. Presumably some sort of merchant in the future. I have another door. You listen at it, but hear nothing. Try opening the door. Open all the doors. Investigate all the rooms. Door opens a small room with stone floor and dirty walls. A stale smell. Center room is a makeshift wooden table, a lit candle. Keen eye, see moves every so often. In the far corner room is a straw mattress. Thrust you open into the box. Cautiously open the box, quickly thrust you open within. There's an angry hiss, which is quickly silenced. Look more closely, discover that you have skewered some angry snakes which are trapped inside. Appears to be nothing else inside the box. Must have been a practical joke made by the orcs. So I continue to head deeper into the orcs' barracks. Alright. I feel like we're doing pretty good. The tunnel turns eastward and then splits. Oh, I don't know. I wish I could see. There's a door. Let's go towards the door. West wall, I see another one door. It's the door here. The worst singing you've ever heard in your life. Investigate. Is it a singing orc? Oh, it's a group of orcs. The door opens, reveals a small room. The room is dirty and unkempt. A straw mattress lies in the corner, and far corner, a flight of steps leads out of the chamber. Inside the room is a wooden table upon which a candle burns. Lighting room with silken flame, a small box rests on a table. Seated around the table, 2 small orcs with warty skin dressed in leather armor. Hi, guys. Their trinkets sort of grog, and by the way, they stagger their feet in your arrival. You assume they're very, very drunk. I have a plan to fool these drunken orcs. Probably up and leave. Okay, just kill them, shout them, slam the door quickly, and run up the passage. A shout, what does that do? You wave your arms wildly. The orcs are too drunk to understand, but they understand people yelling fanatically. They're so inebriated that they don't think about why a human is yelling and gesticulating. They flee the room, leaving you free to take the box. Awesome. Looking around inside, take the box from underneath the table. The name Farrago di Maggio is inscribed in a brass nameplate on its lid. Open the box. The box contains a small leather-bound book entitled The Making and Casting a Dragonfly. Open the page and begin to read. It's written in your own language. It's probably not understood by the orcs, otherwise the treasure would certainly not be as loosely guarded as it was. The book is written in tiny handwriting by Farrago di Maggio, and it tells the story of his life's work with creation of dragonfire which fight evil dragons. You read how his last years Farrago finally perfected his spell, but then was too old to make use of it. Completed his book, locked it in a chest, and hid it in the depths of Firetop Mountain. His last page reads, so now you hold this book after the life's work. And cool. Say these words slowly and softly. Suddenly, the page seemed to glow as the glow disappeared into the words on the page of the book. Repeat tell yourself to have it memorized. Did I learn a spell? Let's go up the stairs in the corner. I didn't realize there'd be so much reading in this game. I guess it makes sense. It's like a classic D&D style role-playing game. Climbing stairs finally emerged at the tabletop game. Far into the large room, as untidily kept as any you've entered so far. A large chair behind a solid table suggests that someone or something of rank uses this room. Wooden bench, large door that clearly leads onwards to the mountain. However, a chest in the center of the room catches your keen eye. Who is this? Are there guests in here? A man-sized creature with a warty face standing over a smaller creature of similar race. With a whip in hand, the orc chieftain has been beating a servant who's whimpering beneath him. He's bringing the chieftain open servant at you. Attempt to leave the chamber without engaging in combat. Attack them both. I assume the servant will help me, but let's target the chieftain. I just bring the orc servant right at his feet, picks up everyone and joins melee. But here just want me and attacks you. Ungrateful red shine do it. See the fight. Let's go. Fight the orcs. See if I can do it. Chieftain and his servant. There's a table and a barrel here. And let's see if I can remember how combat works exactly. So. I don't want to move there. Can't move there. I do a left slash, I like both of these, so it's guaranteed to hit him. So we'll go left slash here. And we clash, because if you attack each other, if you hit each other, you clash. I won the clash. then I can't attack. Well, I can't attack diagonally, can I? Oh, I can, because I'm a spearman. Okay. Poison strike him. We clash, because we both apparently hit at 2 range. Well, the clash is poison. Whew. He's turned, I don't know what he's doing. He's taking damage over time. I can hit this guy with my spear now? Getting lots of clashes. Surprise is good. It means I'm relying a lot on luck. Alright. See if I can dodge him. Aha! I did dodge him. And I can left slash. Oh no, he sidestepped me. Let's sidestep him. Okay, this is brutal. And let's attack in front of me. Nope. And he hit me inside. Now he's going to move sideways, isn't he? So I'll step back. And then he's going to move sideways again. So I will want to... Actually, I guess I just left slash him for sure. Almost for sure. Let's just attack him. Wait, because he get it. Oh, so stupid. If I attack here, yeah, got him. Moved into it. We just had to figure out his movement patterns. That's how I told you it's like a puzzle, because the enemies kind of move and attack in particular ways. So it's like a puzzle to fulfill the combat. Because the enemies attack in certain angles and move in certain patterns, and you have your own particular angles of attack, and you gotta put those puzzle pieces together to solve the combat. Feed the orcs. The green blood of the orcs smell foul as seeps from the bodies. You step around the corpses and investigate the chest. It is of sturdy construction, made of strong oak and iron, and is firmly locked. Looking closer, your keen eye notices there appears to be a mechanical trap fashioned on the lock itself. Attempt to trigger the trap. Stepping inside the chest, you break open the lock and swing the lid open. Your suspicions are confirmed. Soft click comes out from the chest, and a poisonous dart flies out, harmlessly hitting the wall on the other side. Now the chest is safe. You can inspect your prize. Oh, that's my treasure. Stash the gold pieces and label on bottle. Potion of invisibility, good for 1 dose. Will you take the bottle? Absolutely take the bottle. Take the potion of invisibility. What it finds will definitely come in handy during your adventure. And sit on the bench and rest. How much damage do I heal? Sit down and rest for a moment. Your aching muscles ease, tiredness wanes. Plus 5 stamina. Do I get my luck back? Did not get my luck back. Interesting. I wonder how I get that back. Oh, we continue down the hallway. Up the mountain. You're at a junction. Straight eastwards. I feel like that's backtracking. Another junction, northwards or eastwards. This looks far more interesting. It is a passageway leads you to a square dungeon chamber. There are 2 doors to the eastern wall and 2 in the western wall. On the opposite side of the room, another passageway leads away north. The first door on the right is well used. Putting your ear to the keyhole, you listen to hear a man screaming for help. Before deciding what to do next, you listen to the other doors as well. Underneath the panic cries of someone behind the second door on the right, there's an unmistakable wet slurping sound of a slime beast. You remember hearing that noise deep in Kalal Marsh. Hello? Hello? Not funny. Open the door. The first door on the left is made of solid metal. This is the door you hear the sound of tortured screams. Putting your ear to the second door on the left, you hear nothing. I dare not think what the slime beast is doing to that prisoner. Maybe I should check that out first. Open the first door on the right, second door on the left. Open the first door on the... Oh, I have to... Okay. First door on the right, well used. A man screaming. Second door to the right, slurping of a slime beast. And torture screams. Oh, ugh. What's the character wants to go to slime beast? I'll go with the character. Then we'll do a little bit of role playing. He wants to check out the character. He wants to check out the slime beast. So that is the... Where's that? Underneath the pancreas. So the second door to the right. Oh no, it's scary. As you approach the door, the bang gets louder and the bolt starts to wake up. Come on, Gert, let's wake up. Sliding back across the ball, opening the door, you come face to face with a panic-looking goblin and a horrific creature closing in behind it. As you suspected, you come face to face with toad-like features of a slime beast. The creature gives a hideous shriek, revealing its mouth full of long, spiked teeth. It leaps at you to attack. Slime beast, save me, screams the panicked goblin. Your reflexes are quicker thanks to your martial experience. You spear the slime beast in mid-air and it falls to the ground with a crash and croak. No more threats in the cell. You take your spear and clean it. Your spear and clean it. You poke the carrying goblin gently with your spear. Thanks, help it, Ras. Relieved, I find Nurk, punish him. Why have slime beast? Cowardly creature runs off before you can get a word in, leaving you alone in the slime beast cell. Initially, looks as though there's nothing of value in the slime beast cell. You know, there's a blue candle sitting in the muck. Take the blue candle. No take candle. Oh, it's an odd place for a candle. You decide to take it with you. May come in handy in one of the dark areas of the mountain. You put it in your backpack. Alright, so... Tortured Screams or Screaming Man. They both seem like equally bad. What's going on here? Door's not locked. It opens the room in front of you. Seems to be a small torture chamber with various torture devices around the walls. Center of the room, two small hunchback goblins are having their fiendish way with a dwarf who's tied to a hook in the ceiling by his wrist. Disgusting. Two hunchbacks poking and cutting him viciously with their swords. Dwarf lets out. Final scream, falls silent. Eyes closed. Captures make disappointing noises. Look around angrily as if it was your fault that dwarf has collapsed. You must act quickly. Avoid getting involved. Drag up in a fight. Give the dwarf a jab with your sword. Put on an evil laugh for the torture. Nah, fight the creatures. Fight the goblins. Dive into battle against the tormentors. Alright, I don't know what their attacks are. They're up here torturing this poor dwarf. I can throw out a left slash. Oh, we're clashing. That's a high roll. Got him. Clash one. And then I think I want to move sideways. And then poison stab this dude, because that's a 2-range attack. Bam, he's dead. Then I can attack him on the diagonal. We clashed again. I have higher strength, but he got a better roll, and I lost the clash to take a little bit of damage. Anyways, I'm down, just keep attacking him. And I'll just punch him, it's right in front of me. And I have left slash, so he tries to move. Oh, I was hoping he'd move away. Poison strike him, though. Bam, and that should be him dead. Easy fight. I did take a damage, though. Lost 2 stamina, but gained 4 souls. Not actually sure what the souls are for. Cut down the door with the last of his strength. He opens his eyes, looks at you, and then looks downward. His eyes close again. This time he breathes his last. He gently rests the dead dwarf on the floor. Look around the room. Your keen eye notices something amiss with the heel in the dwarf's boot. Decide to search the boots. There appears to be nothing inside them. One of them seems to be right on. Take a closer look and inspect the heel. You find that it comes off. A small, smooth stone. Take the stone. As you pick up the stone, notice that there's a dwarven rune. You have a feeling this will be useful and pocket it. If completed such a swift search of the dwarf, sell some time for more goblins to arrive. Search the bodies of 2 dead goblins. As you go through their pockets, you find a large piece of sweet-smelling cheese. Yeah, I'll take some cheese. Take the cheese. Who knows, might just come in handy. I have cheese. I have rocks. I have candles. We are well set up. And now let's investigate the other torture chamber. A vault door swing it open. A nauseating stench hits your nostrils. Inside the room is a floor covered with bones, rotting vegetation, and slime. A wild-haired old man, clothed in rags, rushes at you, screaming. That is terrifying. I'm very scared. His beard is long gray and is waving an old wooden chair. Is he simply insane as he appears, or has it been some kind of trap? Let's just, if we get hit, we get hit. You shout, "You're free, old man!" Top of your voice. Instantly, his ranting cease. He stops dead in his tracks, sinks to the floor, weeping loudly. As he gradually composes himself, he thanks you many times. Many years ago, he was an adventurer like you in search of the Warlock's treasure. He was captured and thrown into a solitary cell, a sort of pet. I wonder if this poor man can give me any information about this place. He asks for advice, but says he knows little. He advises you to pay respects to the boatman. He tells you must pull the right-hand lever on the wall head to open the iron gate to the end of the passageway. Learn that the keys of the boathouse are guarded by a man and his dog. Shake hands and he leaves. Hey, plus 1 luck. Leave the filthy cell. Dude, this has like such a board game feel all over it. Probably, presumably because it's based off a board game. I don't know. I've never actually, if it is a board game, I never played it, never even heard of it. Not like super deep in tabletop gaming. Enough that I'm surprised I at least had not heard of this game though. Open second door on the left. But the way all these events and rolls and like resource gain and expenditures are sorting out definitely makes me gives me the impression that it's a real game. Well, it's at least a real game system at the very least, because the game strip tells you that. So whether or not this is an actual game, like tabletop game or not, is definitely based on a real game system. The door is unlocked. Opening, you find yourself at the threshold of the orc's weapons door. A torch hangs from one wall, lighting up in a small armory room. Ooh, what's that? Circular iron shield with golden crescent lights the far in the room. As you do not use a shield, it is worthless to you. Anything else in here? Poke around the room. Weapons are blunted, worthless. Helmets are bad and rusty. Decide and inspect the breastplates and shelves, see if there's anything worthwhile. And nothing. So if I was I think a character uses a shield. So is that character? That'd be dope, I suppose. Let's get out of here. Exiting dungeon, you hear the sound of water ahead of you. Make out of grilled portcullis at the end of the passageway. After cross the bridge, pass over brackish water. It may actually be a sewer. Past some goblins, appear uglier than all the creatures so far. Instantly, when the goblins catch sight of you, get a screech surprise and run to you with a short sword drawn. Kill it, and they all attack. Alright, goblins, go. I'm not scared of you. I'm slightly injured, though. Alright. I'm gonna move here. I'm going to poison stab. It's easy stab on that guy. I'm just gonna attack him. Oh, he got me. What I can't do is left slash. So let's be clashing. I have better strength as long as I get a decent roll. Got it. He's down. And then I can. I can't poison strike, still on cooldown. I can move forward. And then attack this guy. Moved. I moved back over. I assume he's gonna move again. Yeah, he didn't move. I can poison strike this guy, I don't know for sure. He's gonna attack there, and he might attack there. Can I left slash here? Can. Let me do that. Clash with him. I have a better strength roll and got a good roll on. So I won the clash, and then he missed because he hit there. Alright, that was good. That was good. I might just attack there. Oh, dude danced all around me. Like, make me look like an idiot. Just keep attacking him. We'll clash him. I'll happily clash him because I haven't. Oh, we barely won. Okay, I was about to. We rolled a 3. I was like, oh, now I look like an idiot. But he actually also rolled 3. Defeated the goblins. You arrive at the end passage. Iron Portcullis. Click to continue. Come on. The wall, you're right. 2 levers. It seems like these levers are going to do the raising the Portcullis. Notice that left lever looks misshapen compared to the right lever. Oh, the old man told me which lever to pull. Can I go back and check? I can't go back. The old man told me. He said the right lever, right? I think he said the right lever. You hear a deep rumbling noise. Grabbing a shutter slowly, noisily. Portcullis rises into the ceiling. With hesitation, you walk towards junction, listening carefully. Oh, I made it. A terrified young man runs into you. His white, ruin-embroidered robes are torn and smudged with dirt. He looks at you with panic in his white eyes. I healed. Education's not worth as much danger. You calm the young student down and begins to relax. My name is Ian the White. I am a humble acolyte seeking entry to the school of sorcery. Learned that he gained entry but was deemed unworthy. The acolyte made known Cosbin Miniman. I must make the most of this opportunity. Ask about Cosbin. Ask knows Cosbin seems to relax mention his name. Yes, I know the old fool is currently experimenting with fire gems trying to extract their power. Here the master hasn't been happy with them for some reason. He asks about the amulet of Ashra, but he has not heard of the artifact you're looking for. He does say to find Cosbin, you need to keep heading west until the passage narrows, then north to the Hungry Doors, which is the entrance to the school. He mentions that once in the school, head east and look for a door with a flame on it. The young man points down a passageway before pushing past you and running off. Try to catch up with him, ask for more information, but he darts unheard. So we need to head west, north, and then east. Alright. So continue west. The game decided for me. The patch begins to widen and you arrive at another junction. While the north path looks divided, I'm going to keep heading west following Acolyte's directions. Oh, the character's role-playing for me. Cautiously continue down the rocky corridor and step in front of an open portcullis entrance built into the stone. Sound clinking chains, monsters growls can be heard. The corridor continues on the west. Maybe I could deviate from westward path for just... No, I think I'm gonna just keep going. Keep going west. It looks like it was just a room though. Maybe I should have went there. Cautiously make your way down some steps. The air here seems different somehow. Strong magic head, Cosbin minimum, and the amulet Asher must be in the passages ahead. Surprised there's no bench. Reach junction where the path turns north through an archway held by 2 pillars. Narrow passageway runs off to the left. The acolyte says you should turn north once the passage starts to narrow. Perhaps this is the junction you met. Narrow passage runs off to the west. Oh, is it what he meant? Acolyte says you should turn north once the passage starts to narrow. Through an archway held by 2 pillars. A narrow passage runs off to the west. Yeah, sure. Seems reasonable. Is this the school? You walk down a passageway, gas at the site, discover directly in your path is a large pair of wooden doors, carved to look like menacing fanged mouth. Speak the magic words. As soon as you approach, the startle, a nearby lizard darts off towards the doors. They spring to life as though controlled by magic. They lift it and drop dangerously, and as the lizard tries to zip through them, the doors fall and crush it flat. I would be more careful. I don't have a magic word. The magic words. Did it work? I am a genius. The hungry doors stop moving. You walk through the corridor. As you approach, they begin to come crash down on top of you. You leap out of the way, and they graze you to make it through. Oh, okay, I did get caught. And now let's rest our weary bones. What happens if I consume some provisions? Sit down on a bench, take out portion provisions. Your moment of rest combined with your healthy provisions make you feel much better. Okay, so you just get extra stamina back. So that was a waste at that point, but we had to learn. And that's gonna do it for now. Yeah, I think we're gonna play through an adventure or two of Warlock of Firetop Mountain because it's such a I just love the tabletop, because I really love tabletop games. I don't get enough chances to play them. So this is just like a tabletop game simulator of this nice little D&D style adventure through this mountain as this character. And I'm having a pretty good time with it, and the combat's this fun little puzzle type deal. Which is, and it also has a little bit of dice rolling in there, which I really appreciate. So we'll go through a couple adventures of this. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like, enjoy the video. Subscribe for more fun on Twitch.tv. I'll see you guys next time. And your obscure compliment is that you are not a something relevant to the game we're playing. You're not a nasty little green goblin. Well, you know, statistically, that's not true. So, good job on that. Maybe a little racist. My apologies to any goblins out there. I'll see you later.